Oops, I forgot to highlight us. Let's see how spotlight us. Dun, 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 dun. Pooky, thank you for sharing. I like this one because it's a simple recipe. I really like rice noodles. And like you said before we started, rice noodles are usually made in with pad thai, but pad thai especially is harder to get all the ingredients, right?
Yes, yeah, you need tamarinds and tofu and maybe like dry shrimp and yeah, crushed
And
peanuts
bean
and stuff.
sprouts and yeah, I mean there's a
Yes.
lot more stuff that you have to get. And so this is easier to do, easier to find the ingredients when well, when you're not in Thailand.
Yes.
So let's go over the ingredients list. One thing, it said eggs, and look what, I've never seen this before. This is vegan eggs.
Okay, eggless.
I got real eggs too, but I wanted to, I've never seen eggless eggs before in my life. Now, I mean, when I grew up, we would make eggs. You would scramble tofu and add some turmeric, and it looked like eggs. But anyway, so
Okay.
what made you pick this recipe, and why do you want to share this recipe?
Yeah, I think I cooked it for my boyfriend and his daughter, and then they said it's delicious and it's
Oh, that's a good reason.
and
Very
it's
good
easy
reason.
to find all the ingredients, you know, and just you can use any kind of protein, choice of protein, you know, chicken, beef, shrimp, anything's in the fridge. And then yeah, any kind of vegetable that is like kind of hard, like broccoli, carrots, anything
So
that is not that
I got
soft.
these greens, and then
Okay.
I also got green onions.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got cabbage. Yes, I hope the whole cabbage, but I cut only one.
And I forgot to go get the real, well, I have rice noodles, but these are very thin ones. I forgot to get like the proper rice noodles yesterday. But these are ones I keep to make like soup, but I really like these.
I think it will work. I got the stir-fried rice noodle.
Yep,
Yeah,
those
from
are the
box.
proper ones, more like a linguine or thicker noodle. Yeah.
Yes, and then
Of course.
I have garlic. Yeah, I can't get the fresh garlic, so I'll just use the garlic powder.
Yep. Now you know the difference between the different types of soy sauce?
Yes, and then yeah, I got black soy sauce, but I ran out of sweet black soy sauce. But yeah,
okay.
it's just
So can I
for
just use the regular soy sauce and add a little sugar? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Because I've got like, I got the, you know, big thing of black soy sauce. I really like this one. It's like amino acids.
Yes.
And then but yeah, I don't really know much about soy sauce, but I definitely have. I got the good fish sauce.
Yeah, the same brand I got.
Yeah, that's the good brand. And then I think this is the good brand of oyster sauce.
Yes, that's too.
I really like this
Thai.
brand. So
yeah, I got mine is Panda brand from H Mart.
It's just like, but,
but I think I will do.
Yeah. So, and then of course we've got some sugar, and like we've got a few new people joined. So, but yeah, just most of this stuff. All right, let's get cooking.
Okay, yeah, but you can replace like the soy sauce or the fish sauce with salt, or you know, you can put sugar and stuff. Yeah, it will.
Yeah, this one is, it says anchovy extract, salt, sugar. That's all the ingredients in this The good stuff.
Okay. Yes, let's start.
Right.
We're gonna start with chopping the meat. Yeah, into like you can dice it or slice it. I got chicken here. See it? Chicken breast. Yeah, we're gonna slice it and then put some fish sauce and sugar to make the chicken
Okay.
taste better.
So to marinate it, I need a bowl then.
And we will make it. We will
And we're
marinate
just
it.
making them like cubes or slices.
Yes, you can do the cube or slice any way, but I'll do it cube then.
Did I do it with the?
I would say with pork, you maybe want to cut it up into smaller pieces so it cooks well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that all the fish sauce and everything will marinate well.
How about like that's all cubes?
Cut it like this.
Yeah. Is there any meat or vegetable you wouldn't put in this?
I think like the vegetable that is too soft and soggy, like because it's gonna be like stir fry in it and it might feel like too soggy. I would think of maybe like the salads veggie or the spinach or something.
Yeah, that would just disappear when you cook it.
Yes, it will just shrink and then maybe you can choose something a little hard and firm like carrots, baby corn, or green bean, bell pepper, or cabbage.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of Thai food in America has cabbage and carrots because I guess it's cheaper to get.
Yeah, it's kind of like stay firm and it's not get that soggy.
But as usual, I'm making too much.
But yeah, I think
I just actually, because the recipe originally called for pork, I just literally bought whatever was on sale. These ones were, I've never seen it before, but boneless pork chops.
Oh, that's nice.
So they had already trimmed the bone off of it. I don't know. I just never have.
Okay, I got something like this. And then we're gonna marinate it with oyster sauce, soy sauce, and a little bit of fish sauce and sugar.
So just a little of everything.
Yes.
To coat it all.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oyster sauce, fish sauce, soy sauce, and sugar.
I need to make it. Okay, oyster sauce. Oh, a little bit, maybe, yeah. Just like
where'd I put the soy sauce?
One tablespoon or something. And then
I never feel like I put enough oyster sauce because it's so hard to come out of the bottle. Like it's pretty thick. So it's not like the fish sauce or the soy sauce, which just comes right out.
yeah. Okay, little.
So is there a substitution for oyster sauce if you don't have any?
Yeah, I think you can use cornstarch or like potato starch. It will make like it's thicker. It's like, and then you can use salt or anything that is make it salty, like
I
fish
suppose, yeah,
sauce,
you could
soy
use
sauce.
soy sauce and a little cornstarch.
Yes.
The ingredients of oyster sauce is oyster extract, 30%, soy sauce, 30%, water, 11%, sugar, 10%, salt, 8%, modified starch, 7.5%, and cornstarch, 3.5.
So that's why it's a thickener.
So yeah, I mean, you could just mix a little modified starch or cornstarch with some soy sauce and sugar and water. But it wouldn't have, you know,
I have a question about the amount. So are we adding the amounts that are listed on the ingredients list as far as all of the oyster sauce, or is some of it being put into the stir fry when we cook that?
We can make like mix half. Like we leave some to put it on our rice noodle.
Okay.
Yes.
This sounds very similar to kung pao chicken a little bit to me. Same sort of same ingredient.
Yeah, that one I think Kung Pao have peanuts.
Yeah, you add peanuts, but you do
Or
the
cashew
marinade.
nut bread, yes.
You do the marinade with the cornstarch and some of
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
ingredients. But yeah,
do you think the longer you let this marinate, the better, or is it a short marinade?
Yeah, I think it's around like 10 minutes because we're gonna go boil the noodles. It would take around it needs 6 minutes to boil it, and then maybe around 10 minutes for the water to boil to go up to boil. Then we
do
should
you
set
put
up
your
the-
noodles in cold water after you wring them out?
Yes, we need to boil it and then rinse it with cold water to stop the boiling process.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we can set up the the pan. I use the wok though because it's you can boil and then stir fry at the same time.
Oh, that's a good
So you just
idea.
use the same,
Same pan, and then you just drain them out of the pan into a colander or something.
Yeah, we just put water into the
Yeah,
pot
that's
of
a
pan
good point.
and then boil it.
so
Bring the water up to boil. If we can leave the marinated pork somewhere, like marinated chicken or meat.
Oh, he's already got the hot water going with his kettle.
I just got this. I love it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I have
solar
one too.
powered. I'm solar powered, so the more electricity I can use. And so,
Yeah, I like those kettles.
I'm just
Okay,
like,
and then let me.
So tell me again what's in the marinade.
It's
Oh, I'm gonna paste it again into the chat.
No, I have the ingredients list. I just need to know, like, is the sugar going into the marinade?
Yes, it's 4 things. It's oyster sauce, a little bit of white soy sauce, and sugar and fish sauce.
Okay. So there's 2 types of soy sauce, a black and then the just straight up soy sauce. Is just straight Kikkoman's regular sauce?
Yes, the Kikkoman one. Yeah.
That's the regular, and then I've got superior dark soy sauce. So
That dark soy sauce is a little sweet, and it just to make the noodle black, like darker color.
put it in the marinade.
No,
No.
you don't have to put it in the marinade.
the
Okay.
dark soy sauce is for later. Yeah.
Okay. So regular soy sauce in the marinade.
I think it's, in my opinion, the dark soy sauce is a trick to make it seem like you've fried the noodles longer.
Yeah, it's make the noodles
It gives it like a fried taste without frying it so long.
Okay, I'll put the water in the wok.
Howard wants to know how you get a solar powered kettle.
Well, I mean, this one happens to be electric, but
I know, I'm just teasing. I mean,
Yeah,
he's teasing, I think, too.
But like, if you do it old school, like my mom does, is you just have a gallon jar and you just set it outside and it's sun tea. You just put your,
That is so smart.
Well, that's what Howard said. Just a jar outside in the sun.
now these particular noodles come in this mesh bag. I save these mesh bags to scrub dishes.
Me too. They're the best loofahs.
If you get a bunch of them together, you just tie them in knots and then, you know, you basically have bought yourself a scrubber.
I use them to take into like the gym shower and stuff. I put my toiletries in it because it lets them dry.
And it saves so
Okay.
much money when you have the tiny piece of soap left over that's too small to put in a soap dish. You put the tiny pieces of soap inside.
There you
That's
go.
what your mom does.
Yes. It saves so much on tiny pieces of soap.
I got a whole bunch of those pieces of soap I need to use.
Well, you can put them in this net and you get the noodles.
I know.
So why
Well, Thanks for the
Why
tip.
the water hot so fast? Or while we are waiting for the water to be hot, you can chop the vegetables. Yeah, because we need to put the vegetable into the hot water for a little bit, so that make it softer.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, yeah, we can chop it into small pieces. That maybe like 1 inch or, yeah.
And if you have enough room, you can fill up another bowl of cold water to pour the noodles into later.
Oops. If I can get a bowl down.
So they won't keep
Oh, I
cooking.
got one bowl down.
You can use this one like sifter, and then yeah, you can put it run the water through it, run like the tap water to it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, your noodles are gonna take a little longer to cook than mine because mine are really thin.
It said around 6 minutes in water, in hot water.
Now, do you soak your noodles in cold water first?
No, I didn't soak my noodle in cold water or anything. I just use it.
'Cause
Put
I
them
know
in the
some
cold
people do
water to
that.
stop them from cooking once they're cooked.
But I know some people like soak their noodles in cold water and then instead of it taking 6 minutes to boil, it takes like 3 or something.
Yeah, it's soak water for like overnight or something. It's gonna make the boiling a lot shorter. Maybe like only 1 or 2 minutes, it'll be ready.
Yeah, it's not like spaghetti. It takes like 9 minutes if you're boiling spaghetti.
So as far as the vegetables, you had listed kale. Are we blanching the kale as well?
Yeah, we chop the kale and then we put it in boiled water for 20 seconds to make it not that hard when we stir fried it.
And
So
then
they
let's
are blanching it.
Yes, flashing it.
go 20 seconds for the kale. And if we have like carrots or celery or bell
Yes,
pepper,
you can make it around like, depending on the softness you want, you can put it longer for 30 seconds or 1 minute.
okay. And then would you put bell pepper in the stir fry?
Yes, yeah, you can.
And would you blanch the bell pepper as well?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
I guess it's how tender do you want the veggies to be, right?
Yeah, some people like a little more crunch.
Oh, I'm hungry already. There we go. But you could pretty much use any vegetable, huh?
She said you don't want to use some that would get really gooey.
Or I guess this, yeah, you want some with, everyone has to have texture, huh?
Oh, and there's some little trick. You can put a little oil into your boiled rice noodles so that it won't stick together. The same as the spaghetti. Plus
you-
some
Oh,
oil.
after you rinse them cold, then you put some oil on it.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, leave my wall.
So Pookie's gonna pour her noodles in a strainer and then run cold water over it from the faucet. To rinse them and to cool them, I think.
Yes, yeah. After I boil it, then I will put it in a strainer and then run it through the cold water.
Now, in Thailand, isn't a lot of noodles that in the US, almost all noodles are dry, but in Thailand, a lot of noodles are fresh.
Yes, yeah. We usually eat fresh egg noodle.
So what we call fresh egg noodle in the US would be similar to spaghetti. Are you talking fresh? I mean, not rice noodle, you're talking wheat noodle?
Yeah, when you were in the farmer's market in Bangkok, you showed bags of fresh noodles.
Yeah, I think it's only made of wheat, flour, and egg and water.
So you would usually do this not with rice noodle then?
Usually, yeah, we can make that in like the mama as the instant noodle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the instant egg noodle we boil it and when we stir fry it the same way. I think any kind of noodle will do, and then we also have the spaghetti. We can use spaghetti and then stir fry it this way as well.
That's nice. This recipe is very versatile.
Yes, yeah,
You can
it's
use any protein you want, any noodle you want, any vegetable you want.
Just as a little prelude, this is very similar to what we're doing on, I guess it's next week with the peanut sauce. It's protein, vegetables, and it's some sort of noodle. And all of it is what you have on hand or what you like the best with a killer peanut sauce. So
Right. So yeah, it's the sauce is
the star.
so here it's marinating the protein. So I have marinated what do you call it, tofu in a similar sauce, but sweet soy sauce. And but what we did with the tofu is we froze it. It's a longer process. You freeze it, you thaw it, you squeeze all the water out of it, and it becomes chewy like a meat texture. And then whatever you marinate it, because you squeeze all that water out, it's like a sponge. So it really soaks up flavor, and tofu doesn't really have flavor. So
yeah, but what type people do? They chop the soft tofu and then they deep fried it, so it become fried tofu, and it will also like absorb all the.
oh yeah,
sauces
when it's got that fried outer part, it can really suck in sauce.
Yeah, but the inside is still soft, so I think it gives like a combination of texture.
Yeah, so it's soft in the center and crispy on the outside with lots of flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this smells really good. I literally, when I smell it, I can taste like soy sauce and sweet on the back just by smelling.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on my noodle. It'll take almost done, but I want it to be a little soft.
But yeah, be very careful with the fish sauce. It goes a long way. But all right, organize my shelf here.
I think my kitchen is too small.
Oh, you haven't seen my kitchen. I can spread my arms and touch both sides of the kitchen. Here, let's see if I change camera here, you can see. So here, see, I'm touching both sides right now. Well,
Wow.
you can't see my other hand, but this hand, technically there's like 6 or 8 more inches. So now my hand is like, but anyway.
Try
And then I've
it.
been in a lot of commercial kitchens, and you go into a fancy restaurant, they don't tend to have very big kitchens because they use all their space for people sitting down. So I didn't strain my little noodles, and I just scooped them out, and there ended up being some.
A little.
Oh, well.
You boil your noodles so fast because you use boil water, right?
Oh yeah, see, I cheated. I always tell the chefs never prepare anything ahead of time. I cheated. I didn't mean to, but right before the show, I heated up my kettle to make a
Yeah.
cup of hot tea. And so I already had hot water.
But it doesn't, it's not that hot.
Yeah. But main thing is these little noodles, they only take like 1 minute to cook.
Okay. I think I just rinse my noodle out and then rinse it with the cold water.
Actually, it sounds like Lulu's making the best one. She's using like 5 different vegetables.
I may not be able to keep up with you because of the vegetable prep. But
And
I'll
all I
get there
did was
eventually.
a stalk
Okay,
of kale and a stalk of green onions is what I did.
Buy a
And-
Mediterranean blend at Whole Foods frozen. It's got onions,
Yeah, all the
all
mix.
that kind of stuff in it. All as a mix.
And I bought so Pooky, you're just doing cabbage, right?
Yes, yeah, I put the cabbage in the
Yeah, so you're just doing a quick blanch in the same boiling water. Now do you
then I'm gonna go put this and run it through my
oh yeah, cold water, yeah.
cool water. Yes, I can see the water faucet here.
Just like Mhm. Yeah, see, so when you go into a place that gives you stir-fried noodles, you don't realize how much prep they do. You're just like, just fry some noodles. But I'm gonna have to start moving some of these big gallon things of spice over to the new commercial kitchen. I got
And
lots of,
then don't forget to splash some oil in it. The rice noodle will thick.
So when you cut up the pieces of veggies, what size are you cutting them into?
I think I just chop it into like one inches.
Just little pieces, thin pieces?
Yeah, it's a square, I think. Like,
Depends
I
on
have
how
like-
crunchy you like them. If you like them crunchy, then you can leave them larger.
No, well, I noticed most of the vegetables we described are vegetables you can eat raw also.
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter how, your preference on how well they're cooked.
that's what I say. You
Determines-
just want it depends on how crunchy you like them, because like you said, they don't have to cook.
Yeah, just like, yeah, I just realized that majority of vegetables we said you can cook. I mean, you can eat raw or cooked.
Yes.
That's why you're gonna cook the meat separately.
So you poured out the water from the veggies, the extra water, right? Oh, I forgot. I've got some fresh garlic here.
Let me show you that template I can already.
Sorry.
Something like this. And this piece of
forgot.
like the cabbage is soft now.
So did you yeah, you just dumped all the water out, right?
Yeah, I pour the whole pan
You need
out
a
and-
colander or some strainer, or otherwise you're gonna have too much liquid and it's gonna be.
There is
real-
no liquid in here. I already strained it, see?
Okay,
But I didn't strain the noodles, so there ended up being a little noodles still in the,
Oh,
greens.
okay, yeah,
but
I think it's going to be okay. Okay, then. And then, yeah, when everything ready, we can get on the stir fry part. Can wait for some people.
I put some oil in there. Now I need to chop up some garlic here.
So you chop the garlic into like small.
Oh wait, is the
Okay.
garlic for the sauce afterwards, a fresh sauce? Or do we fry the garlic?
We put the garlic into little oil. You put oil in the pan and then fry it.
Yeah, because I remember in Thailand, a lot of times on the counter, there'd be a little thing of garlic and soy sauce spice. Like you could add to your.
Oh yeah. We crush the garlic and then chili pepper ready. And then it's ready for any kind of stir fry.
Let me heat up the pan, fry some garlic. Okay, I got my oil in my pan. Now I didn't completely clean my pan out. I probably should have. But now that I've already put the oil in, I don't want to get the little bits of stuff here. You want this to be very hot, right? The oil?
Yeah, you put the oil into the wok. Cannot show it. Hold on, let me tilt the computer. Put some oil in it. A little
yeah,
bit.
usually you get your pan hot before you add the oil.
Yeah. Some oil. Now we will see. And then.
This is the nastiest whole clove of garlic I've seen in forever.
The garlic.
Yeah, look at that. It's all like sprouted.
on board, right? The wok is ready, super hot. With the oil. A little bit of garlic powder. But you have to be careful not to burn your garlic. Okay?
Now you normally always cook with fresh garlic, right?
Yes, yeah, but
It just
I forgot to do that. Fresh garlic.
and my fresh garlic is not very.
Like a very nice
It looks good.
smell.
It's- Yeah, I usually buy my garlic at the farmer's market and you can look at them, but this was in a plastic bag. Oh well.
Yes, and then we will put after the garlic. When you can smell the garlic, then you put pork or any protein that is marinated.
All right.
Don't let that garlic burn, or
Yeah, I turned it down.
Now don't burn the garlic, okay? Hold on.
There we go. I definitely should have rinsed it out before I put
it's gonna cook. That garlic's gonna cook when you put all your meat in there and stuff.
Yeah. But it still has a little bit of the rice noodles in there, so it's kind of sticky. So I should have like, before I put the oil in, rinse the pan real quick.
Yeah, okay. This rinse my pan as well.
All right. All right, you said put the protein in, right?
Yes.
All right. Oh, let's see, is this noodles too close?
Yeah, and then not right into the protein.
Keep the noodles from being too close to it. All right. Has anybody else used Simply Eggless?
Nope.
I've not used it. It's,
What's the ingredients?
I don't know, it's got like 10 ingredients.
The
The main ingredient says lupin protein concentrate.
Whatever that is.
But I mean, some of them is like turmeric for color. Turmeric and carrot for color. But yeah,
What gives it egg flavor? What's the flavor for eggs?
calcium lactate vegan source,
Hmm.
I would say, but I don't know.
So
So-
I have a way that I want to do this so I can have the stir fry without, my pork in it. So would I just do 2 pans and anybody who wants the meat can just put it on top?
Yes, I think you start with egg, like crack like 4 eggs in it, then put noodles and put sauce, and you can garnish it with some anything you want.
I'm not able to understand you very well. It's kind of garbled. So what would you cook together if you wanted to keep the big chunks of meat out of the rest of it? Like the egg and the noodle and all the sauce flavors would have to be added while you're sauteing, or
Because I mean, the flavor is in this part. So it'd be, I mean, if you wanted to make a vegetarian or vegan version, you'd probably marinate tofu and do this part.
Okay, but I'm not doing that. So can I add the sauce to the stir fry in the pan at the end, like with the noodles and the vegetables and the egg?
Yeah, we put half of the sauce on the noodle when we stir fry it. So you can skip all this meat and then you put egg, noodles, and then the sauce, like soy sauce. Marinate the meat is to make the meat has some flavor in it, not too bland.
I suppose you could make like a sweet soy sauce and just put over the rice and the veggies, but it wouldn't have the umami flavor of the protein.
Well, the fish sauce will give you your umami unless you consider fit, you know, except that it's not vegetarian.
Right.
I'm putting mushroom in mine, so that'll bring some of the, and plus all the sauces will give it the umami
So
flavor.
you could do the exact same thing, just marinate the mushrooms in that sauce and
Okay.
fry them right now. And so that would be your vegetarian version.
And it's not really vegetarian. I understand oysters are an animal product, but my
Right.
daughter just doesn't eat hunks of flesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll do French onion soup, which is made from beef broth, which she's
So, I mean, basically you could do the same version and just marinate the mushrooms before you fry them.
So I'm thinking I'm just gonna dump the sauce into the stir fry, the noodle. So I'll blend all these sauces, the sugar, the soy
But
sauce.
the sauce is what you marinated the meat in.
Right, and I won't be doing that, so I'll just add it to the stir fry somewhere along the line.
Okay.
What I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
could split the sauce in half and use half for the meat and half for the rest of it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because it's interesting. There's just enough sugar in here that it's caramelizing around the edge. I only put a tablespoon, but
Well,
it's
there's
also
also,
got the sweet soy sauce.
yeah, it's got some, well, it's got cornstarch. Remember, it was in the,
Oh yeah,
in your
there's
oyster sauce had cornstarch in it.
a little cornstarch.
I didn't cook it or any.
Yeah, yours looks cooked. Mine's not quite cooked, but I have a lot more meat.
It's 200 grams.
Yep.
Then we're gonna crack in 4 eggs. Yeah, I can wait for you guys.
Crack in 4 eggs. All right. I'll
So the
save
4
this.
eggs go on top of the meat?
Yes.
Yeah, we're frying it in there now.
I'm gonna get.
I'm asking, yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, the chef is cracking the eggs right on top of her protein.
Turn off the heat.
I don't know. Is this egg bad? It's green.
It's not like a potato.
Okay. Get in there.
All right. Do you still have it on really high heat, or I turned mine down so it's just halfway, low simmer?
Hers looks like it's on low. It's not smoking.
Yeah, I turn off the heat so that I can wait for
Are you gonna scramble those eggs or are you just gonna let them sit?
I'm gonna scramble those eggs, and then once it's half, like I made 80% cooked, then you put the noodles in there.
Okay,
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm ready.
break your yolks or
Yeah, break the yolk. You can just scramble it.
scramble them. Yeah,
And then you said when it's like 80% cooked, you put the noodles in. You put the
Yeah, when it's
That-
almost dry, then you put
yeah, that's cool because if you put it in before the eggs are completely cooked, the eggs have a little liquid in it and it coats the noodles. Yeah.
yes, around 8%, but it's not when it's still raw.
you still got a lot of liquid in your noodles, or they look liquidy.
It will coat all the meat that make it more tender.
Yeah. If it has some liquid, it just get absorbed by the noodles.
Yep.
All right, here we go. I need to cook a little more.
And yeah, mine
Your
is almost
noodles,
dry.
your noodles look like they have a lot of liquid in them, or
Mine?
yeah. Look at hers. Look at hers.
Well, hers are a
Oh.
different kind of noodle.
Oh,
So
okay.
mine are like very
Oh, yeah,
thin
you're right. You're right.
vermicelli,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
and
I
hers
get
are
it.
like
Yeah,
a thick linguine. So
right.
yeah.
I see that. Yeah, I
He
see
has
the
the
difference.
proper noodles. I don't.
Yeah, I
So
see the
actually,
difference.
because mine are so soft, I'm gonna put the veggies in first because those noodles are so soft.
And then you start putting all the ingredients, the sauce, onto your noodle. I just use my instincts.
That's it.
And then little oyster sauce that left half of it, or maybe you can put the design amount.
Little oyster sauce.
And then fish sauce, oyster. Usually we put fish sauce the last because it will, the smell is very strong and the taste is very strong. It will
Yeah,
overlap all
Easy.
the.
easy on the fish sauce.
Little sugar, I use brown sugar. Okay.
So right at the end here, we add a little oyster sauce and a little fish sauce. You want the noodles to be kind of brown, right?
Yes.
Part of that is now. Do you put a little soy sauce at the end too?
I put fish sauce at the end. Yeah, I usually like there's burnt smell of fish sauce, so I put it on the edge of the
Oh
mouth.
yeah. So if it has that smell, the smell
Yes,
is a
and then
taste too.
once everything is cooked, you put vegetable and then some pepper. Yeah, I put a lot of peppers.
Oh yeah. I was like, where's the spice?
Thai bird's eye peppers.
Put some bird's eye chilies in it. That's where I think you can make a sauce where you just chop up some bird's eye with a little bit of fish sauce and soy sauce and vinegar, and just add that to it right before you serve it.
Yeah, you usually serve it with like a little chili powder and vinegar or lime juice, or like half of the lime or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they always talk about a balance between fish sauce and lime for flavor.
Okay, I got my pepper here. Put it in there. Black pepper.
Here's a nice little cup.
Mine is done.
So we make a little fresh sauce with some what'd you say, lemon juice, vinegar.
Well, if the fish sauce is too strong, then you add a little more lemon juice.
So I like having, some apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and then this is where you chop up your little bird's eye chilies, put it in there, and some sugar. And so then it's got, and the fish sauce. So
Yeah,
this
I
is if you
think
want to flavor your own.
the Thai people use the taste. They love the taste of the noodle differently. Some people prefer it like a little sour. Some people prefer it a little saltier, sweeter. Yeah, then you can add or adjust the ingredients.
Yeah, that's why in the Thai restaurants, they have chili oil and those other things on the table so you can adjust the taste.
Yeah, and then we usually love to put this chili powder.
Yeah. But if you do the whole dish and then somebody doesn't like it hot, you can't undo it.
You have to put it in like a small bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been to Thailand? Right? They have like they call like the full condiments. Like,
It's all on the table, yeah, so you can
Yes,
adjust it. Yeah.
yes.
So this sauce right here, I put cayenne pepper, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and some sugar. Oh, and fish sauce. So it's got literally all the flavors. Fish sauce is your umami. You got your sour lemon.
Take a little taste of it.
Well, I need to get this. Cayenne pepper is not absorbing really well. If I get a taste right now, it's going to be
Yeah.
a sprinkle of cayenne pepper. But yeah, here we go. See, that's a balance of everything. And so I can just use that as I see fit to put on the.
Yeah.
And we're ready to put it in the plate and then serve it.
All right, I'm ready to eat it. Oh wait, I guess I need to put it on a plate. Then just eat it right out of the pan. Now, I probably should have done what Suzanne did, or no, Lulu did, and added some color to it. Some like red peppers or something. But I'll just serve it on this colorful plate.
Wow, that's very nice.
Ta-da!
Wow.
Oh, I guess here's the little sauce. Ta-da!
Ta-da. And put it in there. Serve it.
All right. Take a picture. Act like. All right, does anybody have any questions about? There was actually, now that I think about this, there was less frying in this than I thought. I always thought that it was really a lot of oil and a lot of frying, but
A little oil and lots of heat and stir fry.
yeah, so
That's why it's called stir fry, because you got to keep stirring it so it doesn't burn.
So speaking of oil, I I was sort of busy when you guys were doing the garlic. Did you put in your wok a little oil and you said you made it fragrant?
Yes, put a little, maybe like 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
And
Now,
Two-
I
two
made the
teaspoons.
mistake, Lulu, of not rinsing out my wok before I put the oil in.
oh yeah, you need to make sure that your wok is clean, yeah, or else the
What was in it?
Well, I
Rice
made the
noodle.
noodles in my wok. So
Oh,
you
you
bring the
boiled
water
the-
to boil and you make the noodles, then you strain them out. And then I didn't rinse the wok to then start frying in it.
Okay,
So I just, just used one pan,
okay.
but so yeah, it's had a little bit of the noodle stickiness to the edge of the pan. And so it wasn't as,
A little
I don't
carrot.
know, it wasn't horrible, but I did have to slosh it around a little more of the oil to make sure.
Let me show you my vegetables.
okay.
But what are you going to pick them in the garden?
No, I blanched them and dried
Oh,
them.
can I-
So
Let me spotlight you for a second. 1 second. There you go.
so what
You
I have,
blanched them.
I have the kale, I have bell pepper, green beans, onion,
Yes.
and it's all just kind of just a little soft, Oh,
Yep.
and there's carrots in there, but you can't tell because they're the same color as my bell pepper. But
There you
there's
go.
carrot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks nice. You can stir fry it. And you can put it later when you're almost done with everything so that it won't get that soggy.
No, yeah, just
Yeah.
to warm it up.
Yes. And then yeah, you give some sprinkle with pepper. Then it's done.
Cool. I'm excited. So I also have because I was doing this backwards and my daughter was sort of an afterthought. I have in this bowl, I'm just marinating the mushrooms. And so I'll
Yes.
treat this like the meat and I'll just do 2 separate pans of, I'll do the vegetables and the egg and the noodles with the mushrooms. So that one could be more just meatless, if you will.
Okay. Sure. Yes.
And then I'll just cook them. So thank you so much. I've learned a lot. And I'm looking
You're
forward
welcome. Yes. I hope you
forward
enjoy.
to eating it.
So Pooky, do you have any final? It's like, thank you so much
Final?
for sharing this. It's
Yes, cooking is an art. Yeah, you can decorate it or you can put anything as you want,
and you get to eat your art. That's my favorite kind of art.
Yes.
Yep. So, all right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for watching, and then I hope you enjoy and learn some techniques of cooking stir fry rice noodle.